Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel like he kind of needed something to get the people favor again. So I feel like that kind of like puts a chink in his armor in like the writing sense.
I think the issue with Drake, like I said earlier, he does so much things. One of the things he tried to do was, it's like this. You got Superman versus the Flash, right? Superheroes, right? Maybe in a race, Superman might be faster than the Flash. But if you ask somebody who's faster, they're gonna say Flash. Why?
Flash.
Because it's all he does.
This one he's known
He has
for,
to. He has to be better at running because that's literally all he does. Superman, when in fact Superman might be just as fast or faster, but they're not going to give it to him because like, oh, he can also fly, he can also shoot lasers, he can also blah, blah, blah. So I feel like Drake doesn't get enough credit because he's judged by rules that it's not fair to judge him by. For example, I think Drake is a rapper, an excellent rapper, like spitting bars, but he's also an artist. What do artists do? I'm an artist. You get into a room, you have enough mans throwing around ideas. So I think Drake, the mistake he made, if it's a mistake, is he tried to be a rapper in hip hop and also tried to be a musician, like an artist that makes music the way that other non-hip hop artists make music.
But is that a mistake? Because it's gotten him
That's what
millions
I'm saying.
and millions of sales.
Technically, it's not a mistake, but in hip hop, they're judging him by hip hop rules. You know what I mean? When he does more than hip hop, right? Drake doesn't have a classic. Doesn't have a classic. He said it himself. A classic is just 10 of these on Sandra's Rose, whatever, right? Like, he can never put out a hip hop classic album because he doesn't just do hip hop. And if he put out a hip hop album that was just bars, that was considered a hip hop classic, it wouldn't sell as much, and they'd call it a failure, right? Because he wouldn't have his pop fans, he wouldn't have his bounce fans, he wouldn't have his, you know what I mean? So he's kind of painted himself in a situation where it's like the same things that led to his success are now kind of working against him in a way. You know what I mean? So,
natural.
Broski said Drake is Superman. I made the analogy. That's a good analogy though. I'm just like, bro.
If Kendrick is the Flash, Kendrick can rap his face off really well. You know what I mean? Drake, now Kendrick fans are gonna hate that I said this.
Drake cannot rap as well as Kendrick though. So
I personally think you gotta judge them by different things, right? If we're talking about quotables, I think Drake has way more quotables. I think Drake has way more like similes, way more all that stuff. Kendrick is a storyteller. You know what I mean? But I'm not quoting Kendrick lines. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
I hear that.
We love hip hop.